The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? 45 to Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
X3, 218, chopper.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. He's going to rifle one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 7, Young, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Ready.
On 4th down, they snap it to Young. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 23 yards on the tuck and run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to if Dolphins is confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing, Young. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Randy Moss, 44 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drop.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Johnson, the intended target.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
18 Gators. It's our time.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Young. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Young. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now here's Mahomes, able to find Waller. That's complete. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mahomes now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And again, it's Mahomes. And he spins away. That's caught by Jackson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got this down to the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Dancing to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one is right down the middle.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range. but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Check right, check right. Back.
On 1st and 10, Young. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Young steps away to his left. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, 6-6, pull it high. Yeah. Me, I got this. Hey, exit. Ready?
They'll throw again. Young. This will be caught by Randy Moss. Touchdown, 49ers. Randy Moss. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's end...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready, break.
Check, 59, 59. Check.
Defense.
Now they try the right side here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good job, D. That's right.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Young will set to throw. He finds Bolden. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the option. 41 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best on that?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. They'll run on 1st down. Green, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. You must be dreaming. Bravo.
On 2nd and 9, Young got a man. It's Randy Moss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We're scoreless after 1. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Steve Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Ready? Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. From the shotgun, it's Young. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive.
There goes Green. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 31 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Now Young loses the football. It's stripped, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Young now. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Calvin Johnson, 74 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Steve Young is going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Turkey's the mark. That's right, baby. They don't
Alpha.
tight, watch right. Tight, watch right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Young. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. That one intended for Anquan Bolden. And it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second and a couple. Young eluding the pressure right. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Following the interception, Young flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Green, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From the 30 on 2nd down, Young.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw, Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it in their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Mahomes escaping the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Here's a first down throw that's complete.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Young on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Yellow. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On first down, Green. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
Back to throw. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like,